Hello guys and gal, my name is Josh, and this right here is my 1960 Mercury Comet. For you guys that are new to the channel, thanks for coming by and watching. Right here is my 1960 Mercury Comet. So a little backstory of the Mercury Comet, or at least my Mercury Comet, is I bought this thing when I was 18 or 19 years old, so about 10 years ago, with the idea of restoring it into this amazing race car. Well, turns out I restored it back into its original grandma car form because that's what I like to see it as. But there's a few things that's lacking, and what we're going to do in this video is we're going to tear into it. So it's lacking oil pressure, which is the biggest thing that we really need if we want this car to be reliable. So what I'm going to do is pull this engine and transmission out and tear them down, and you're going to get to watch that here right now. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, this car just became unusable, just like that. This Brawler is what we used on Hot Rod Drag Week with the Falcon. It's worked great, but now it's gonna just look good on a shelf. If I'm gonna make this car useless, I might as well mess up the timing as well. Let's see if I can. Oh, God. And there we go. Now, the timing is screwed. Looks like I'm too far to go back. Let's put this on the shelf where it will live the rest of its days. That is where all the parts go to die. Now comes the mess. I got a bin under there to catch water, and since there's no way to really drain this first, I'm just gonna pull that off, which is right above the frame. We're gonna see how much coolant I spill everywhere. Oh. Is that supposed to be bolted in, guys? Should your radiator be bolted in? Put it in the comments. Oh, gee. Oh. Is coolant supposed to be brown? A couple hours in, we're looking messy, but we're looking pretty good. I'm realizing a struggle that I'm going to have while doing this. Look where we are. I'm at my home garage, but we have a shop now. So the problem is, what's not at my home garage that's at the shop? 90% of my tools. So I don't think I have a single extension for a socket wrench. I'm gonna see what I can't get done, but let's get under the car. I can at least start to pull some stuff off and see what I can and what I more importantly can't get to while we're doing this. Roll out. Autobots, roll out. One thing I do have is I have my sleeve of wrenches. So I'm hoping that a lot of this stuff can be handled with my sleeve of wrenches. Starting with the trans mount. Hi guys. Well, it appears I got another issue I wouldn't have thought of. All my batteries are at the shop. So I have 2 batteries for DeWalt stuff. And one of them only has 1 bar. Oh, am I tightening this? No, that's loose. Oh. And there goes my washers. That are probably lost for eternity. No, I found them right here. Well, first, whatever you do, don't look up at the top of the screen because you'll see my gnarly frame repair from a few years ago where I only tack welded stuff. So don't look up. But I'm about to pull out the drive shaft, and I noticed there probably shouldn't be the majority of the yoke always out. I think this drive shaft's a little short. So what we'll do is remind me when I go to put the engine back in, reset it, bump it back about 1 inch, maybe or 2. All right. Oh gosh. Okay. I'll probably drop the caps. All right, now let's see how much trans fluid pours out. Oh, that's not even bad. Look at that. It's got my name on it. Oh, unfortunately for me, I'm noticing something. There's way more stuff to disconnect than I thought there was going to be just pull out this transmission. Well, actually, hold up. I don't need to disengage the clutch yet, technically, because beep, boop, beep. I'm pulling up. I'm going to disconnect here, not here. But I already laid down and told you guys I was going to start working on something. So. Kids, one thing you should never do is lay under a partially unbolted engine. But I'm a professional, so I can do that. Oh, wasn't able to unthread it because it doesn't have any more threads. That's a thing. Now, sorry, I'm yelling. Now I'm going to go ahead and lower this jack and see what happens. See if it tilts or not. Oh. Oh, God. Why did it stop tilting? Oh, brother. Oh. Ow. Even with the car jacked up, it's too low. All right, take two. Can I successfully get the transmission to drop now that I messed with other things? That's wrong. Okay. Look up. These are the original floors in this car, and it's an Ohio car or a Pennsylvania car. Looks pretty good, right? It didn't work. Oh. All right, JDs and gentlemen. Take three. Can I get the transmission to lower? I had that. Take out half the steering. I think that might help out quite a bit. Well, let's see. And righty tighty. Let's go lefty loosey. Oh, hey. All right. We made it a whole lot further, I think. Oh. I'm going to say that's good enough for now. I'm going to loosen some bolts now. Well, all that time, I couldn't get the transmission to drop. Turns out there was one sensor still on the side. So, thankfully, I found that before I just tried brute force. But we're going to just put out. You guys tell me. I have the camera positioned in a way where I can't see. Let's see. Can I? Yeah. Looks like a speedometer gear or something. Oh, and pieces are falling out. I better go put this away, and then I'm going to try to drop the transmission again a little bit. For a second there, I was worried I was going to have to go back to the shop, which is like 25, 30 minutes from here, because I just couldn't get the bolts, that connect the transmission to the bell housing. But then I found many extensions, so I think that I have a chance. I've got 2 of the 4 out so far. I know I can get the third one out, but the fourth one is going to be the trickiest one. We'll see if I can't get this snaked up in there so that way I can pull it out and then hopefully pull out the transmission, but we'll see. Let's see if I can. Oh. Oh, jeez, oh Pete. Why did I tighten this so hard? All right. When in doubt, use your transmission cross member. to, I don't know if that, I think it hit the ground too soon. Oh, there we go. Gosh darn it. I feel so weak now. Don't look at my head. I'm probably blocking the entire view. Oh no. Oh. Let's just get that out of the way. Whoa. Okay. So it's caught. Right now it looks like it's caught on the floor. Let's see if I can't fix that. Okay. Right about now I'm particularly missing working with people. Well, after fighting and fighting and fighting, a little bit more fighting, I still can't get the transmission out. But then I'm thinking, why won't the engine tilt? The engine doesn't want to tilt at all. I had the bolts fully loose. I thought to myself, maybe it's because the exhaust is still hooked up. So I got 4 of the bolts removed on the exhaust right now. And I'm about to, or no, 3. And now I'm about to try to get the last one. But it's the only one that sucks to get to completely. Story of my life. Do I climb in? Do I climb in the engine bay? Do I get really tall? Is there a bucket I can? There's a bucket. Oh God. Okay, I got this. You guys want to see something cool? Now that the engine is out, or what? No, now that the engine doesn't have exhaust hooked up to it, I can move it. So now hopefully that'll make it so I can pull this gosh darn transmission. Let's see. Let me give you guys a little light if I can pull this. Now let's drop it a little. No, don't go up. Back it up. Ooh. All right, get this out of the way so you can see. No, don't. So now, I think the easiest method to get it low enough to pull it out is going to be just a. Oh God. Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. Brother. Oh, what a mess. But it was on cardboard. Boom. Let's see. Oh God. Oh God. Oh. Don't look at my butt. Get that out. Yeah. I probably didn't even break it. Now that the transmission is out, I'm going to try to pull the engine. now. There's a couple things that might make this not work. One of them being it still has the bell housing on it. So I don't know if it will work that way. And then it still has the front accessory drive on it. So the engine's as long as it could be, and this engine bay is tiny. So I really don't want to pull any of that stuff off. So I'm going to at least give it the old college try. We're going to see if I can lift it up and get it out without having to do extra effort. Also, the starter wire and stuff is still on it, but I'm going to ignore that until I have to not. I got one bolt left in the engine, but I wanted to get a little pressure on it before I pull that and die. Last thing I want is the engine to fall on me. Unless this goes poorly, then maybe I want it to put me out of my misery. Beautiful. One thing that I had to do back in the day, but I want to undo really badly, is this engine being solid mounted in. Because it just, when you're driving it, the whole car is rattling, and it's somewhat unpleasant unless you have noise canceling headphones. Engine noises are great. Well, looks like the exhaust must have came off slightly. Is it bad that part of me wants to just cut the two wires to the starter just so I don't have to get out more wrenches that are scattered all over the floor? Well, it's looking like there's a 0% chance it clears the hood. So this engine is out of a 91 Fox body Mustang that was totaled in 2000 and then just sat in a junkyard since then. Same with the transmission. Well, I got a little more room. What is this? What? Oh. One of the bolts on the back of the engine has things attached to it, like ground cables. That'll be. I had 3 ground cables on this engine. What does that tell you? I was chasing a loose ground, so I kept just adding more grounds rather than fixing it. I don't know what this one goes to. Oh, just my main harness just being ripped apart by a bolt. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. I can lift the hood from this side also. Okay, we're getting somewhere. If I had a rear sump pan, this would be easy. Found something out new. If you ever want to work on your starter, just pull the engine up to this height, and then look at how easy this bolt is to get to. I mean, I can mess with the wiring so easy if I just lift the engine out of the car. Let me just pull this off, and then drop that nut so I can never find it again. Let's see. I think so. We're all good on that side. We're good on the front. We're good on this side. So I think everything is disconnected from this engine. So I should be able to just pull it out now. The biggest hurdle right now is trying to not destroy my hood. Oh. Radiator hose. Engine twisting. Engine moving backwards with my butt. Oh God. Oh God. Oh. Engine hoisting. This is why you have friends. Oh. Engine hoisting. Oh, I'm just about out of lift, but maybe. Dang. Well, all my tools on this side of the car just got a nice wash. Lifting, engine lifting, engine hoisting, dirty gloves. Oh. 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 And that right there is how you pull a 302 with a bell housing, with the front assembly off and out of a 1960 Mercury Comet with a super tight engine bay by yourself. On the next episode of Running Rust, what you'll see is me tear down this engine, tear it all apart, look on the inside, see about replacing bearings, see about doing all sorts of other stuff, upgrading power, potentially a turbo, and then we'll get this put back together. And after that, you'll watch me put this back in the car with not standard carburetor. We're going to go to Terminator X with a 1991 Mustang EFI setup. It's going to be great, hopefully faster than ever. And you will see me drag race this against our Falcon to see if I can't beat the drag racing Falcon with just your grandma's car. Thanks, guys.